It's Dr. Barry, London News on YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about something that affects every man and woman that drives a vehicle. Now, if I showed two people out in the street fighting and scrapping and there was tears and blood all over the place, it would go viral. But this video, like many more and other people, is there to try and help. And this is something we've got to put a stop to. A cabal of politicians. The whole country is run by the Labour. The opposition, two preferred parties, well, they're just as bad. They stand by and watch one change the rules, not for the people's benefits. Now, we're not men and women, we're persons. Persons are corporations. But let's get to the subject of a honeypot camera. There are many honeypot cameras that are making a fortune, and I'm going to show you a clip here where we drive down the road and there's a number of 60-kilometre signs along the road, and then it changes to 50 on downhill bend, and you come around the corner, which you'll see, straight into a camera. Now the camera's only got to glimpse you for a long distance or a short distance, you're clocked. But people have gone up that street, turned left, dropped stuff off, came back down and got caught again. Now, it's a 60-kilometre zone. They've changed the speed limits recently all around here. It used to be 80 up the road, and then they put it to 70, and then they dropped it down to 50 because they can make some money. But what's criminal about it is, apart from the fact they're all private corporations in Serco, they're all registered in the District Corporation of London in an independent city, which is really, the whole thing is criminal, but they're all the same. They're all in the same boat, tarred with the same feather. The thing is, with this particular camera, as you'll see, there's so many 60 signs, so I put my cruise control on. Now, a lot of people have done 60 down there and they get caught. They change it to a 50 zone just like that. Now, if you had to pay $150 and 1 point of your license, well, serves you right, and you probably would pay it. No, they charge $400 odd and 3 points off your license for doing 60 in a 50. I mean, it's not fair, it's criminal, it's just a grab for money. It's a honeypot. And there's plenty of these honeypots around the place. But they miss the big picture. The carnage on the road is caused by, which I'm going to show you some clips, where drivers from India get their driving license to drive trucks with no experience. You'll see that, and I've put it up before. You'll have to go to Rumble for an undercover video that they made on driving license for Indian people. Nothing against them, good on them. They pay $400,000 or $500,000 in Canada for a driving license, which would normally cost around 10 grand. They can't drive, and you'll see that in the video. You'll have to go to Rumble News to see the other video. I'll put the link up. But on YouTube, thank you for letting us put up what we're putting up. But, you know, the other one from Canada was copyrighted, so we can't put it on here. So have a look at these videos. We're going to have to do physically and lawfully do something about, which we intend to do anyway, and it's got to stop. We've got to have fairness. Now, we have to have rules and regulations. Well, the police should be out there enforcing them, and the police have discretionary powers. They can pull somebody up in that particular instance where you're doing 60 and you said, look, I didn't know it was 50. There's only one sign on the side of the road that said 50, and it's a bit too late because you're already in the camera's sights. And the policeman or policewoman will use their discretion and probably give you a fair go. But the poor old police force, which is owned and controlled as a department, like Myers have departments of clothing, this and that, they just get rid of the head if they disagree with the company. Same in politics. Here in Australia, in Melbourne, we have a cabal of absolute clowns. I mean, and they're not lawful. They're all committing fraud. Every flaming one, regardless what side they're on, are committing fraud, and they're getting away with it because you, not the people watching this video, but the people who don't see it, and we don't push it under their nose to see it and convince them because of the apathy, they're getting away with crimes against humanity, people. And we have protesters out protesting something about in another country, which is sad, and it all has to stop, and thank God there's somebody trying to stop all that in America. But here in Australia, nobody gives a stuff. our so-called Prime Minister, which really in the Constitution we don't have one. Now, need I say more? So watch this video. It's pretty short. The clips are pretty short, but the message is pretty powerful. London News signing off. For God's sake, wake up and do something about it, because you're a victim. As we turn right here, now the traffic this time of the day is pretty light. There's quite a few trucks. Now if you look here, there's two signs here. Each side of the road which says 60 kilometers. Now as I always do, I set my cruise control, and here's the second lot of set lights coming up. Now I'm doing 60. We have two more signs. I'm doing 60. We have two more signs, one each side of the road, as you can see. That's interesting. And then a little further up, there's another 60 sign coming up. Now there's no trucks, you can see there's very few. Traffic is very limited this time of the day. And here's our two signs, one each side of the road, saying 60 kilometers. So, and it's got lines on the road here. So it's really, I would say, psyching one up to believe the speed limit is 60, and that's fair enough. And we have to have limitations on the speed we do on these roads. Now there's no houses, as you can see here. It's quite good. There's a second truck we've seen, and here we have two more signs each side of the road, as they should be, 60 kilometers each side. Now you have to slow down here because there's bends, even if you are doing 60, and this bend coming up here is quite sharp. So anybody with half a brain would slow down coming around here. It says 40 anyway, so I must admit I haven't noticed that before. And we have a sign here back to front, and we have a truck cleaning the road, which is nice to see, because the dirt from the truck's coming around here. He won't be caught for speeding. Now we go back up, reset our speed limit again. Now on one side of the road here, you'll see a 60 kilometers speed here. It's obviously fallen down on the far side because there's supposed to be one each side of the road. Now you're coming up to a hill here. I'm doing 60. Make sure I slowed it down. You really got to be careful with the speed limit here. This time of the day, as the neighbor said, it's pretty quiet. The speed camera is not here when the children are out. Now here's two signs facing this out, so I'm going to click on 45. Now if you have a look here, you will see 50 sign only on the one side, not on both. It's just a money spinner. See it on the left with it hidden behind that sign on the pole, so you can't really see it. It's pretty well parked, and I don't think there's anybody in it. So we'll take a video as we pass by to find out whether there's anybody in it. Now it's parked on. It normally would get a parking ticket from the the corporation called council, but you can see all the bits in the back there in the way. Right, so here's a camera, and it's been there for quite a while. You can see there's not the tracks behind the grass. Is there a human? Oh, there is a human being in it. Yeah, okay. I'll show you in the video. This is where they set their trap. Now, see, there is no signs. Oh, there is behind me. No, there's only one sign. Now you come across this hill here. It's pretty safe. When I was got my speeding, here's a 50 sign, one only. They're supposed to be on two, right? People coming up to this street here, when they cross over this, there's a big hill here, up you come, and as soon as you hit the crest of this hill, you are gone, because
that's it there, is it, on the blonde?
Yeah.
Here to talk about stories that we know impact your life. Warning, the video we're about to show you is hard to watch. It shows Harjinder Singh. He's an illegal immigrant from India, slamming into a minivan after trying to take a quick U-turn over a median with his 18-wheeler. The collision instantly killing two of the passengers in a minivan that T-boned the trailer of that tractor trailer. The driver passing away later at the nearby hospital, making it 3. Singh has since been charged with 3 counts of vehicular homicide. And now we're learning he's been in the U.S. illegally since 2018, but was still able to get his commercial driver's license in California. Joining me now is
Scott's Transport B-Double. The second time in a week, same company, same location.
The RMS are looking at possible loss of registration of this vehicle in question for up to 6 months.
We've just got to ask you what happened this morning.
The co-driver blamed his partner.
I am not driving, I am sleeping.
The driver was Gary Singh, licensed just 10 months.
I take wrong exit, so that's why I stuck in tunnel.
Police revealed he could neither reverse the truck or disconnect the rig.
You think you should know those basics before you're driving a truck like that?
No,
You don't think so?
no.
He's been fined almost $3,000 and 9 points.
The police are so underconfident with the skills of the driver, they brought an RMS driver in to turn the truck around and get it out of the area.
Mr. Singh also revealed he was in Australia on a 457 visa. The unions say that's illegal and dangerous.
This is a cocktail for seeing more people slaughtered on our roads, more drivers being exploited, and the government has to act.